Hello, friends. How are you all? I hope you have made up your mind to join me in Mission Fat to Fit. Episode 2 is about a basic understanding of obesity and trying to search for an ideal strategy for our mission. Though definite answers will come in future episodes, today we will think over what our strategy should look like to make the mission successful. Before proceeding further, let us have a brief recap. In the last episode, we had discussed the three whys: why we should get rid of obesity, why is the mission fat to fit difficult, and why share the mission with everyone. In this episode, we are going to park our plane on the runway and prepare for a takeoff. We will explore the possibility of discovering an ideal initial strategy for our mission. Let us think about what qualities an ideal fat to fit strategy should have. First and foremost, any weight loss program should be practical in the sense that it does not require complicated equipments or a specific place for implementation. Second, it should be simple so that it can be followed by illiterate or literate alike and urban or rural people alike. Next, it should be affordable for all. Expensive strategies are unlikely to be useful for the general masses. Any strategy or program that cannot be sustained for a prolonged period on a regular basis is unlikely to succeed in making us fit. Also, our strategy should be scientific. It should be based on evidence and not on hearsay and myths. It should also be age independent so that it can be followed by young and elderly alike. Last but not the least, being effective is the indispensable requirement of our plan that it needs to fulfill. Everything we have planned till now goes to the dustbin if it does not bring the desired results eventually. Walk is a very practical, simple, affordable, and sustainable long term strategy for our mission to become fit. But will it be effective alone or in combination with other strategies is something which will reveal as we go along. Is decreasing our daily calorie intake a good idea? Will it be practical, simple, and sustainable? Is it feasible to calculate calories of various foods we consume daily? We will try to get answers to these questions also as we proceed in our interesting journey. Foods, as we know, contain carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Together, they are known as macronutrients. Can decreasing or manipulating quantities of any of these be a useful strategy? We will explore these questions as well in coming episodes. Carbohydrates have often been labeled as culprits in this strange game. But then, are all carbohydrates bad? Or choosing among various types of carbohydrates will help us in our mission? That again is a food for thought. Fasting probably is as old as human race. In prehistoric times, it was forced by nature. Later, it started having a religious context to it. Recently, fasting has become a hot topic for all those interested in causation and treatment of obesity. Can fasting be an answer to our problem? If yes, what kind of fasting? Traditional and religious fasting? Water fasting? Intermittent fasting? Or prolonged fasting for several hours or days? Could it be implementable for all in a safe and effective manner? This now is a vast topic and requires a thorough scrutiny and analysis. Are there any safe and effective allopathic or herbal medicines available for use by a common obese person? My patients often ask me, "Hey doctor, please prescribe me a medicine for losing fat." Invariably, my answer is, if such a medicine existed, no doctor would have been obese in this world. Anyways, we are going to ponder over this issue as well sometime later. Going under a surgeon's knife, getting an inflated balloon placed in our stomach, getting our fat sucked out seem to be inevitable treatment modalities in some cases. But are they really that inevitable? And are these treatment modalities permanent? Are they safe in the long run? These are some of the relevant and very important questions. Now arises the vital question. Does the most appropriate option lie in something else? Or is it a combination of some of the above strategies? But before our minds get boggled by these questions, let us quickly jump to the next step. Let us try to understand obesity. It occurs when we consume more calories in food than we burn. Those excess calories or energy are stored in our body as fat. More accurate concept is the concept of body mass index or BMI. Body mass index is based on a person's height and weight. It helps us to define obesity more objectively and clearly. BMI equal to or greater than 25 is being overweight, and BMI equal to or greater than 30 is being obese. But is this issue so simple? Do our genes contribute in the causation of obesity? What is glycemic index and what is its role? Does insulin play a role? What is leptin? And is it one of the game changers in this venture? Intermittent fasting is a relatively newer concept. Does it have a significant role to play? Historically speaking, medical fraternity, dietitians, and interested people in general public have always been obsessed with the calorie concept. But today we know that this concept has its own fallacies. For example, if calorie intake is more than calories spent, one will always gain fat is not always true. Similarly, if calorie intake and calorie expenditure are balanced equally, a lean individual will remain lean or an obese person will remain obese is again not always true. Also, decreasing calorie intake alone will definitely lead to fat loss is again a false notion. If managing our body fat was as simple as addition and subtraction of calories, our job would have been very easy. No wonder so many people often say, "I eat so less in a day, yet I don't lose fat." Though here, I would like to conclude that excess calorie consumption, along with some other factors, are often the triggering or tipping point in onset of obesity. In the third episode, we will be taking our first step by taking stock of our present obesity status and creating a template for implementation of our mission-oriented program. So friends, join me in this mission. Thanks for watching and may nature God bless you all.